All right, so this is problem 10-54, and we'll be talking about one of the most important aspects of a business, and that's cash flows. And so, in this situation, we have the projected sales we're going to have over the next 12 months, and that's great, but just because we're going to have sales in a certain month doesn't mean we're going to have cash. And so, in addition to, knowing what our sales are, knowing what our costs are, knowing what our profit is, we really have to know what our cash flow is going to be. Because how it usually works out is when you sell something, you're not going to get the cash right away, or at best you might get it within 30 days, but a lot of times that's going to stretch out to 60 and 90 days really quickly. However, on the flip side of that, with your cost, a lot of your costs are due either right when you buy the item or within 20 to 30 days. And so it's really, it kind of puts a lot of businesses in a tough position because they have to pay up front, but then they have to wait to get sales a lot of the times. So in this problem, we'll be working through a cash flow budget. And so in this situation, we have Worthington Company, and it talks about how they get their cash. And so when they make sales, 20% of it is cash sales, so they get cash instantly when they sell it. Then 50% of their sales are going to be through credit card. And then the other 30% are going to be just on account to customers. So we've got the three of those, which are going to add up to 100%. And so in addition to the credit card sales, so first of all, the credit card sales aren't received instantly. They're received 30 days later, or at least the following month. Plus, we have to pay a 3% fee on all transactions. Then for our sales on account, so what we're going to do is if we sell an account, we're going to receive nothing the first month. Then we'll receive 40% the second month. Then 50% of that the third month. And then the fourth month we'll get 8%. And so that adds up to 98% of the cash flows. And so that means 2% are just uncollectible. So they give us the sales month by month. And so those are already plugged into our table over here. And so let's go through and figure out what the actual cash flows are. And so cash sales are nice and easy. And so that's going to be 20% of the current month. So we'll just take our current month sales and multiply it times our 20%. And we'll go ahead and lock that cell reference down. And so then if we just hover over the corner of this till our cursor goes from a white plus to a black plus and just double click it, that'll just carry our formula down. Alright, so the next thing we have to look at is the credit card sales. And so the credit card sales, that means out of the sales that happen, 50% of those are going to be credit card sales, but we're not going to get the cash till the next month. And so that means for January, they're not going to get anything. Well, presumably they'd get the prior year's December's, but they didn't give us that data. I don't know, maybe this is the first year they started. So, but in the second month, they're going to get this 50% of the sales from January. And since we have to pay a fee, they have to pay a fee of 3%. So that means we're only going to get to keep 97%. And we just double click on that, drag it down. And so that'll give us our credit card receipts per month. And then the last one is account sales. And so account sales are 30% of the total. And so they get paid 0 in the first month, so we can put a 0 here. And then in the second month, they're going to get 40%. Oops. So first we're going to get our 30% of the total, and then of that, 40% is going to happen in that second month. Oops. Better lock down our cell reference here. We'll just go F4, wrong button. There we go. Now we can drag that down. And so in the so for March, what we're going to receive is we're going to receive 40% of February's, but we're also going to receive 50% of January's. So we do January's times our 30%. Better lock that down. And then we're going to get 50% of that. Let's just carry that down. And so now in April, we're going to receive the 40% from March, the 50% from February, and we'll also receive 8% from January. So we'll take January sales, multiply it times our 30%, lock that down, and then multiply it times 0.08. And so then this will be the case for the rest of the month. So for example, if we look at February's, they're getting 40% from November, 50% from October, and then 8% for January. And so we want to total up to know what our total cash flows per month are going to be. So that's just going to be the sum of cash sales, credit card sales, and account sales. Just drag that down. And so now we know what our sales are going to be, and now we also know what our cash flows are going to be per month, which probably is actually a more important number to us. So, but yeah, not a bad little problem. So.